We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stutter and Craig. No, you don't get the 96-ounce Coke Zeros, Labs.
Yo, my androids, what's up?
And straight from the hood, Phoenix.
It's really enjoyable as an adult male to shit your pants.
And now, broadcasting from our homes around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers.
Okay, ready? Open wide!
Oh, welcome out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com, and most importantly, SidescrollersPlus.com. What's going on, everybody? Good to see you. Happy Monday to you. Did you have a good weekend? You did? Oh, boy. we got a long, big show today. Lots to talk about going on the internet.com, and we're here to share with you. Hello, Blabs. Great to see you. How are you this morning?
Hello, it's been a busy morning getting shit done. Yeah.
GSD. Get
GSD?
shit done.
Oh, I was like, I don't know.
That's
Okay.
right. The queen of GSD over here. It's Blabs. There
Hi.
she is. Did you have a good weekend? Was it spectacular?
Spectacular, yes. I mean, actually, there's sunshine now. No sunshine during the weekend, though, but right now there's sun. It's
Let me
usually
tell you
the
this
case.
much. My wife and daughter were up in Minnesota this weekend for a volleyball thing, and they had 2 feet of snow come down in 24 hours. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Never seen anything like that. And apparently down here in North Texas, we got the very, very bottom of whatever was going on up there, and it went through like the central United States. And yesterday here in Dallas, we had like 50-mile-an-hour winds. So that really fucked up my idea of wanting to mow the lawn. Wouldn't have worked out very well.
Oh, did you
so-
try, though, at least to mow the lawn in the wind? That would have been really funny.
Can you imagine just like blowing, coming right back in my face? I'm just covered, look like a fucking
Yeah, it could have been like a Mary
snowman.
Poppins scene where you just fly away.
Yeah, it would have been great.
Honestly, if I were you, I would have tried anyway, just for the lulz.
No. Not
Get hit in the face by a branch.
Lowell's not worth it. Got the front yard done the day before. Did not work out for the backyard today, but that's all right. Either way, look, someone who I'm positive has mowed their lawn while probably drinking a Dr. Pepper. Everyone,
I was
welcome
going
to
to
the
say a
show.
bottle of wine.
With his pinky out. Everyone, welcome Lunduke to the show. Lunduke, how are you?
Hi guys. Hi, how you doing? I'm fine.
Hey.
Okay.
Hey guys.
All right.
Hey,
Howdy everybody.
have you been drinking?
Dr. Pepper. Oh, only Dr. Pepper. Literally, I'm on my second thing of Dr. Pepper for the morning. Otherwise, I'm not going to be awake and going quite right.
See,
Oh my
he
God.
is an overgrown toddler. Instead of having alcohol, he gets all drunk from Dr. Pepper.
Are you?
Yeah,
That's
right. It gets me going.
Lunduke, are you a unleaded guy or just straight up you want the pure sugar when it comes to Dr. Pepper?
If I have the option, I'm a pure sugar guy. I'm a Mexican Coke, locally bottled Dr. Pepper guy when available. But when not, I'll make do with a little bit of the high fructose corn syrups if I've got to.
Right. But
Yep.
but you don't divulge into the diet or Dr. Pepper Zero?
Oh Lord, no! I'm not a West Coast pansy, man. I drink the real stuff. Come on,
He's like, give me that good stuff right there. Give
Papa
me
needs
all
the
of
juice.
it. The juice. How many grams of sugar do you think you partake in a day?
All
based
of
off
them.
your Dr. Pepper. Oh,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know more than I'm probably supposed to at my advanced age.
Well, listen, I love that you embrace it. I like the old lady who she's like 115 years old, and they're like, "How do you live to be this old?" She's like, 3 Dr. Peppers and a carton of cigarettes every day.
Oh yeah. All those old guys who were like smoking and drinking whiskey before breakfast and everything. They live to be 130. They're my idols, man. That's what
my
I look
God.
up to.
It's like only the purest form, man. Only the purest form. Well, I'll tell you what. I love that you're here today. A lot of
Yeah,
people
you
have been
do.
wondering if that was because last time you were on, you dropped some N-bombs. And no, that's not why. That's not why you're not. It's been a while, but we're glad you're with us today. It's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah, and I promise to drop just the perfect number of N-bombs throughout the episode today.
Okay.
I mean, if you do, I'll timestamp them.
Sounds good.
All right.
I'll
Get
make a
your
compilation
keyboard
for
ready.
social media. I'm sure it'll go out really well.
Well, joining us today, as always, someone who, without a doubt, opens his day with a bottle of whiskey and a carton of Marlboro Reds. Everyone, welcome to the show on his birthday, straight from the hood. What am I saying? Whiskey? Nah, that's 40s. It's Phoenix. Let's go.
It's true. Every morning, 40s, cigarettes, and the N-bomb. I get it all in one shot.
Just all at one time.
Yeah.
Let's go. Love that. Well, look, big show today. Glad you're with us. If you are new, make sure you join us. Hit the join the 140,000 just normal men by subscribing over on YouTube. The 40,000 plus who have found us over on rumble.com/sidescrollers. And I'll tell you what, it's time to get down again. Every month we have a big event. This month, no different. We always have a special event that we produce especially for our Side Scrollers Plus memberinos over there. And this Thursday, friends, it's happening. Let's get off the fancy graphic. Here it is. That's right, Vtuber Chaos, Thursday, March 19th. We're doing it in the evening. You see it right there. Blabs is not on. Cindy has joined. Taking over for Harry Potter Blabs. We got Pickle, we got Leaflet, and we got Kirsha joining us. This Thursday, they're playing Lost Castle 2. Most people have no idea what game that is. Well, you know what? You can find out. It's kind of like Castle Crashers, just a little more chaotic. And guess what, friends? You can join and watch that for free this Thursday night by using promo code FREE over at sidescrollersplus.com. Give us a free month trial. Give it a go. You can check it out. That's this Thursday evening. VTuber Chaos, Lost Castle 2. It's going to be a great time. All right, so looking forward to everyone joining us this Thursday night for that fun. Let's see. Oh, guess what? We have this big tournament happening right now. It's called the Greatest Console Ever, and we are a week into it. There's only 2 weeks left of this thing.
Wow.
This is going to be moving quick. And Phoenix, I would love if you gave everybody today's matchup in the Greatest Console Ever tournament. Are you ready for this?
I sure am. Here we go. What's the wrong fucking button, Phoenix? Keep doing that.
Go. Let's start again.
Over.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it is this one.
Today's showdown. The Nintendo Switch versus the PlayStation 4. My, oh my, this could get ugly today. That's the original Nintendo Switch, not the Switch 2. This is just the Nintendo Switch versus the PlayStation 4. Phoenix, let's go to the bracket and take a look and see how things are going over here. You can see we started in the upper left corner of the screen with the Game Boy Advance versus the Nintendo DS. With the GBA knocking off the DS in a shocker. Also a shocker, the Sega Genesis out of nowhere changing the game and literally changing our tournament format, making us institute a shot clock at the end, a timer at the end, with the Sega Genesis knocking off the Super Nintendo. Let's go to the other side, Phoenix. On the other side, we have the N64 knocking off the PlayStation 1. And now the N64 has to take on the brother of the PlayStation 1, the PlayStation 2 in the next round. And you can see on the left side of the screen, the Game Boy win a massive upset, knocking off the Nintendo Entertainment System. And today's matchup on the right side of the screen, my oh my, it is the Nintendo Switch versus the PlayStation 4. So there are our matchups today. Thank you very much, Phoenix, for that. As always, you can vote with your Super Chats, Direct Donations, and Rumble Rants as we go throughout the duration of the show and help decide which will move on, the Switch or the PlayStation 4 in our Greatest Console Ever tournament. It begins now. So there we are. All right. Lunduke, you have any thoughts on the PlayStation 4 versus the Nintendo Switch battle today?
No, I was muted, but I didn't have anything to say anyway, so it kind of worked out.
I think this is a really, really tough one. So the Switch, whether you love Nintendo or not, you have to admit that, boy, did they come out swinging with that console after the miserable defeat of the Wii U. They came out, they finally got the formula right, and then had an incredible array of a mass of first-party titles. They were able to get some great third-party ports, some that felt impossible, like Doom, things like that, Skyrim. But then the PlayStation 4, one of their most successful consoles of all time, had incredible first-party lineups, and that was the generation that beat handedly the Xbox. So these are two titans, if you ask me. And you did. That's my answer.
Actually, I didn't ask you.
I know you didn't. I just wanted to feel important.
Yeah. So, Phoenix, what do you think?
What I just said.
Oh, okay. Blaz, you have any thoughts on the PlayStation 4 versus Nintendo
I
Switch?
have not owned a PlayStation since PlayStation 1, so I can't comment on that, but I'm just going to have to go with Nintendo Switch because I have that one. And you know what I also played on my Nintendo Switch the other day?
Cooking Mama?
GoldenEye!
Oh, really?
You did.
Good
You
shit.
conquered.
Wow.
Yeah, I killed people in that game.
You sure
That's a
did.
good point. Did the PlayStation 4 have GoldenEye?
Wow.
So
Did not.
it's irrelevant. Just toss it.
Well, I'll tell you what. This is going to be an intense battle today. I can already feel the intensity percolating in the chat. So we'll see how this goes today. Want to get your thoughts on this. As my personal thoughts on this, obviously the Switch ran after the Wii U just fell on its face. But it was like, the Wii U was what the Switch was trying to be. And
I still have my Wii U.
Of course you do. I bet you do. You're
Yeah,
a
I haven't
Wii U-
touched it in like a good year. I
why
actually was not a
would
big
you?
fan of it. I had probably used it just to play Lego video games on it, and that was it.
Well, that makes perfect sense. If anybody knows you, that makes perfect sense.
Yes.
Absolutely, Bobs. I used it to play Lego video games on. That's good. All right, so let us know with your super chats, direct donations, and Rumble rants, and we will gladly tally it all up as votes are already coming in. Hey, Patriotic Gestalt came in with the Lunduke tax. I didn't know there was a tax every time you came on. We should probably have you on more.
You got to
Hey,
pay
look at
that.
Look at you got a frolic
Oh
today.
my word.
What do you think?
That's genius. I love your AI generatedness, but it's wonderful. Bring it. That's fantastic.
That's from DB Wild. Thank you very much for that. And Patriotic Gestalt, let's get you on the wall, my man. Thank you very much for your support. Commodore fan came in with the 10 right off the bat. Says, the Brazil age verification laws, just like the other ones, were written by idiots who don't understand tech. I hope the Supreme Court strikes down the one here, including the 3D printer. Pure BS.
Man, yeah, the 3D printer one's going to be hard to strike down. I mean, it's passed in Washington State now, so that one's in place. And come on, it's the crazy people in Washington. They're going to fight tooth and nail to keep that crazy law in place. So, we've got a battle ahead of us.
We're gonna spend some time talking about that today, yeah.
Yes, please. The Brazil law takes full effect in like 12 hours. So we
shit.
probably should.
Speaking of taking effect in a weird way, Digital Badger over here says Blast with her hair down and choker. Blast wants to immediately remove her choker and put her hair up. Hey, we have SPQR with 5 says for the Switch. He also likes orange. So right off the bat, we're ready to go.
I like orange.
We know, Blabs. Ranger George says had a dinner of turkey with gravy, not American style gravy.
What the hell is not American style gravy?
Yeah,
What is
'cause
that?
There's multiple styles of gravy here in the United
Sure.
States.
But
There's
I
brown
mean,
gravy. There's white
all
gravy.
gravy is American gravy. I think we can settle that, correct? So what would not American gravy be? Just like soy sauce? Like, I mean, what is it? What is not American gravy?
This is why you're on our show, Lunduke. This is exactly why you're on our show.
I
You
ask the
get it.
important questions.
You do. There are important things that we talk about on a day-to-day basis because, like what truly is American gravy? We need more information there, Ranger George. Said roast potatoes and carrots last night. Craig is still wrong about turkey. My money goes to the PlayStation 4. Also, happy birthday, Phoenix. There you go. Thank you very much, Ranger George.
Is it your birthday today?
Absolutely.
Dude, happy birthday.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Seriously.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Did you know he was hatched from an egg?
It's rude and hurtful. Let's move on.
From a failed science
Very
lab experiment.
disrespectful. Yeah,
Very
very
disrespectful.
disrespectful. I feel kind of upset on his behalf right now.
I got to be honest.
you.
Guys, I don't know if we can continue with that.
Yeah,
I don't
we have
know.
to take her out.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
The
just make this
racist
happen.
rants, the hating on the chat, all this stuff.
I don't really like it when this show is anything other than middle-aged white men. So if we could just fix it up right now, that would
Bring
be
me
probably
back
for the
then.
best.
I'm actually like 50 years old. I'm a middle-aged white man as well. Hello.
Are any of us 50 yet? No, we're all in our 40s, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
I was rounding up.
again, disrespectful,
I was
Blabs.
rounding
That's all
up.
I'm saying.
My mom told me I'm in my prime right now.
Yeah, you are. Your mom was just saying that. Yeah.
Dr.
All right.
T is King says no PlayStation should win, let alone post PlayStation 3 generations. We had great game. What great games has the PS4 made?
Everything.
Switch, the Switch has seen great, if not revolutionary games. May the PS4 lose and ups for the Switch for the Switch. There you go, Dr. T. That's for the Switch right there. Young Stove came in and says, love the PS4. I had a Switch, never used it, so I gave it to my brother. I'm going PS4, even though the Switch is a titan. I just outgrew Nintendo. There we go. That makes sense. Commodore fan for 5 says, for the win, Switch Lite, as they change the way many people think about handhelds. The PS4 is really just cut down PC. Lame. Bentley. Oh, no. What's up? Go ahead, Blabs.
She can't wait.
What's up, my fellow Nigrosauruses? I have to go with the Switch, even though Kay keeps nagging about my favorite game on the Switch. I don't let it nag me. Peace out, Nigrosaurus. # Montez.
Thanks, Bentley. Appreciate that. I was so distracted by your racism, I didn't know which one was that for. Which one was that for, Blabs?
For the Switch.
Okay, just making sure. All right. VW Taz says, for OG Switch, cuz my cuz loves it so much. Also celebrating Ramadan with bacon and eggs and more bacon. All right.
Only way to celebrate Ramadan: bacon and eggs at lunch. That's how you celebrate Ramadan, right there.
Westford 10 says Xbox One hacked unpatchable boot ROM exploit. Bliss found using voltage collapse method. Please cover this major store video breakdown of exploit. I did see that the Xbox One was hacked for the first time in 12 years. That's excellent. Are you going to cover that, Lunduke?
That's the only thing the Lunduke Journal will be covering for at least the next month, is that one. Yeah.
Wall-to-wall coverage of Xbox One
Yeah,
hacking. I love
breaking down to the second.
Con Air says, I have both consoles and enjoy both. 5 for the Switch since I play it more. There you go. We're having you choose your first child here today. Romer says Switch for 20. Says, yes, Nintendo sucks now, but when Switch came out, it was revolutionary. It can do many things PS4 can't, minus engine. Plus amazing lineups like Mario Odyssey, Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, Astral Chain, Paper Mario, OK Luigi's Mansion 3. There's 20 for the Switch. And Cthulhu Waifu for 10 says, Mahong Normal Men, Fraggle Blabs, and Great Lunduke. My vote is on the Switch. By the way, Lunduke reminds me of the dude from Big Lebowski. Nice.
Maybe, just throwing this out there, the dude from Big Lebowski reminds you of Lunduke.
It's a great point. Really great point. I'm glad you brought that up. Thank you
You're
for
welcome.
that. That's good. All right, Phoenix, let's get a quick update before we get into our news today. Where are we with our running tally?
Pressing the right button. Here we go. It is $75 for the Switch and $15 for the PlayStation 4.
Wow. Okay, so this is looking like it could be a blowout early, but I got to be honest. I feel like there's going to be a PlayStation fan out there who's going to keep this one close. Personally.
Oh, there's going to be a pony. There's going to be a pony.
You guys
no
are
question.
genius. That is genius. I love it. People donate in order to vote. That is genius.
Like
Oh my
Daniel,
gosh.
who says these machines suck. I vote for SSP, so here's $2. See?
What's an
Daniel just
SSP?
What is an
know.
SSP?
I'm guessing it was meant to say PSP.
Oh,
Oh,
PSP. The
maybe,
PSP was
perhaps.
awesome. Yeah. The
know.
PlayStation Portable was pretty rad.
There you go. All right. Well, it is too early to tell when it comes to this. This is like 6 p.m. on voting night, on election night. It's still too early to tell. So we'll see. We gotta make sure we get the good old 2 a.m. voting dump like usual. All right, friends. We got a lot to get to, so let's stop dilly-dallying around and all this fun stuff. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for hard news. Lunduke,
Hi.
the UK is crazy right now. We know this. This has been established.
Yeah.
And people are getting arrested for tweets and X's and posts and stuff.
Yeah, isn't it great?
It's
There's going to be a
great.
lot of really good dystopian comic books written about real life very soon. It's fantastic.
Yeah. I think, and this may be one of them right here. As the UK police tried to arrest a man over his X account and his Xbox GamerTag account because they were deemed offensive. Now, I don't know if you saw this story, but did you see the name of it? Blabs, did you see the name of this? Phoenix,
I've not
did you
seen this story at all, actually.
Nope, don't know about it.
Well, I'll tell you
Thanks,
what.
Phoenix, for being
Lunduke,
Blabs.
you saw the name of this, correct?
I did.
Would you like to say the name of the Xbox GamerTag?
No, I think Blabs needs to.
I haven't
You
seen
need to
it,
show it to
though.
Blabs, and she needs to read it.
Well, Blabs, why don't you read this? As I'm gonna make it nice and big for everybody right
Make
here.
it big.
And I'll
Big and
highlight
bold.
it. There you go. Bold that for everybody. Blabs, why don't you just read his Xbox Live GamerTag right there?
Make that bold. Come on.
All right. The gamer tag was Ching Chong China Man.
Oh, yes. You must be arrested for Ching Chong Chinaman.
Well, this is
Oh, that's the
courtesy
best.
of
That is the best.
this is courtesy of Reddit over here, and once again, take it as a grain of salt when it comes to Reddit. But this is pretty interesting over here. It says police called at my house to speak with me over my quote offensive username on Twitter. They immediately decided no action will be taken.
No, that's a bummer right there.
Yeah, I know. I've had an account on Twitter or X for like 15 years. I use the same username as I did in the Xbox gamertag back on the 360. Someone has decided to report it because of part of the word in it. Police called asking to speak to me. Put my roommate was in, and they answered the door. Then put me on speakerphone with them. They told me a complaint had been made, and they needed to speak with me about an offensive term in my username. Right? Blah 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 blah.
So
they-
offensive.
So offensive right here. I told them I'd be back around 6. Police didn't call back till 6:45, saw me, and then they said they wouldn't be taking it any further.
Oh my
Is
God,
that
he's
it?
Asian, isn't he?
Is that it? They didn't arrest me or anything? They just made it sound like it was urgent over the phone, then they just dropped it. I've never been in trouble with police before anything. This whole experience was very new to me. I don't need to go in and speak to any solicitor or anything. Am I in the clear now? Now,
I guarantee
Yes.
this guy is Chinese or Asian or whatever, and so they didn't bother him. Or he's black.
my username is something like Ching Chong Chinaman. I'm literally Chinese, and my
Yep.
friends back when I was 13 all used to have stupid names for each other like that. It just stuck. It just stuck.
So if this guy looked like the three of us, if it had been a middle-aged white dude, we would be in jail right
Electric
now.
chair, yes.
Yes.
I was both overjoyed that he turned out to be Chinese and sad all at the same time because that would have just made for such a great story. Middle-aged white dude in jail having the name Ching Chong Chinaman.
Well,
That would
it's
have been
funny.
so good.
What's amazing is he actually included a picture of himself. Would you guys like to see the
Oh, I
picture?
haven't seen this.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to show me a picture of Phil for a second.
Oh, that's so wonderful. There's nothing bad about that. It's just wonderful. That's pure joy.
That's definitely not what happens when you put in stereotypical Asian on Google and then bring it into Grok to make it look hyper realistic. That's definitely not what happens. So
Oh, all of us, every single one of us, if we were to fly into Heathrow Airport right now, we would be detained just because of this segment. And that is a beautiful thing.
Mm-hmm. I 100% agree. And like I said, I'm going on a cruise. I'm going on a cruise to the Mediterranean, and my wife, when she was booking the
And
flights,
we've never seen him ever again after that.
yeah, my wife was like, "Hey, we should fly through London," and I was like, "That's probably not a good idea, honey. I probably won't make it the rest of the way." So there we go. Well,
That'll be fun.
you know, it's amazing to see, and isn't it also? Like if I had a username called like Whitey Cracker McCrackerson over here, right? And do you think that if I was in the UK and or like hot dog eating whitey or something like, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? Like if I was to have that username in the UK and somebody was to deem that offensive and they were to show up at me, you think they'd just turn around and walk around like they did there? Or would I have to be black for that to be offensive?
I think you'd be arrested no matter what if they decided you were being offensive. But let's be honest, they're not going to arrest anyone for being named, Cracker Honky 5000. Like they're not going to. They're just not
Cracker
going to.
Honky? I like
Cracker
that.
Honky.
I'll go one step further. You could have a screen name, All Whites Should Die, and you would only get applauded by that group.
The cops show up just to give you a
So
high
brave.
five.
Yeah, they give you a attaboy.
Are you all whites should die 9,000? Why, yes.
Oh, you officially
Get
deputized.
We get an OBE for like services to the UK.
Yeah, you are now Prince. Congratulations. There we are. Prince of the UK or whatever it is. All right. Well, look, we'll keep an eye out for more crazy usernames that will certainly be deemed offensive in coming weeks, months, and days. And actually, I believe that's now where you're going with your coverage now, Lunduke. Is
That's it.
coverage
That's
of
it.
that.
Wall-to-wall coverage, just offensive usernames for the next month.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That sounds like our show. Retromeister came in with 20, says vote goes to the Switch. Also, there's an indie game called Agent 64, once called GoldenEye 25, before Barbara Broccoli axed it. That's worth checking out. To me, Xbox One port of GoldenEye sucks over the canceled remaster game for the 360 right there. There you go. There's 20 right there. Daniel says SSP equals the Side Scrollers podcast. Most people who hate us just refer to us as the SS.
Yeah.
Do you know how much I heard that starting off? They're like, you can't have Side Scrollers you can't have that as your initials. SS,
I didn't even
are you
think
kidding
of
me?
that until you pointed that out.
Isn't
Like
it
it
stupid?
didn't even occur to me.
No, of course, no rightful sane person would ever be like, your initials can't be SS in this climate. It's like, fuck off. Like what you have to be insane to think that. Digital Badger for 5 says for the Pony Slay Station 4 because Skyrim on Switch sucks. Thank you, Digital Badger. 16-bit Dude says voting for PS4. It was the first console I bought in 2020 after a 13-year hiatus from gaming and kept me sane during lockdown. While I'm all PC gaming now, hard to deny what PS4 did for me. Thank you very much, 16-bit Dude. Kept you sane during the lockdown. By the way, can we just stop down for a second?
Sure.
Thank you, Lunduke.
Welcome.
And realize that it is a thing where we just say during the lockdown, like that phrase in our lifetime can be uttered and it's just acceptable. Like during the lockdown of planet Earth, like the PlayStation kept me sane. That's fucked up. Sorry, just a little side dish for you guys.
Yeah, no.
Yes.
Completely nuts, yeah.
Robot Dews. Sorry, Robert says I can't just get into handhelds. I've tried multiple times, own multiple. So if you take out the handheld out of it, what is Switch but a less powerful console? PS4 on this one. Okay, I see your point, but the whole idea of the Switch is that it was a handheld. So was there like a fly going by, Phoenix? I just saw you like looking around.
I mean, here. Oh, that's a train. That's
It's a train. It's running right by my window here. It's fantastic.
Oh, nice.
You're welcome.
Levy says, seriously, Craig, don't go through the UK. Higher rates of speech ban arrest than the Soviet Union. 5 for the Switch. Yeah, I will not be going through the UK anytime soon.
No,
At all.
no, you cannot.
And that's terrifying. All right, I want to move on and go to a Twitter post I saw this morning, and I thought, wow, that's interesting. And it's about our good old friend Gary from Nerdrotic, which I think this could be the same type of post could be made about us or you, Lunduke, or really anybody here that has deemed anything about the past several years as crappy. Right?
Okay. Yeah, crappy. Okay, I'm on board.
Yes, on board. There we go. We have this post right here from this person. Says his entire personality is, quote, I liked it before it was ruined. Ruined by what? Nobody knows. But according to him, every franchise from Doctor Who to Star Wars apparently detonated civilization sometime around 2015. So the thought is that Gary doesn't do a very good job of describing what he does, despite there being literally thousands of hours of him describing exactly what
in
it's
great,
been ruined by.
very intellectual detail. Yeah.
Yes. Lunduke, have you received any posts like this about how you are critical of the thing?
No, they mostly just call me a Nazi and call it a day. Yeah.
Oh,
It's much more straightforward than that. My critics don't get all, he says everything after such and such date is bad. No, they just say that, I'm a Nazi and just call it.
Well, this guy has been ratioed to hell here. Garrett on the bottom says nobody knows if he doesn't have if he doesn't have thousands of hours of him explaining in detail how these things are ruined. It's fine not to agree or don't want to watch, but you can't act like he hasn't made arguments over here. Metatron over here. Yeah.
This entire career. So his career is literally making the argument. Yeah.
Yes. Metatron says woke shit ruined everything. Also, Gary is based. Right over here says, Epic Mike, man, you're one pathetic loser. No offense over here. And as Arch points out, makes an entire career out of explaining why entertainment sucks now. Brainless go on to ruined by what? Dialogue is literally impossible with some people over here. I think you kind of get the point of this post over here. And I don't know if this guy is rage baiting because he doesn't have a blue check mark, so he's not monetizing this, I don't think, over here. But I think at the end of the day, this guy, Cosmortal Comics over here, nailed it. He says, we all know what your problem is. It's not with Nerdrotics. It's the fact that over 1 million people agree with him over here, as this guy has less than 200 subscribers, and Gary obviously has over a million.
More. Yeah, a couple more. Yeah.
And it's not a matter of throwing that in anybody's face, but ultimately, I think Gary does a really good job of articulating the issues, and that's what makes him so successful. I've tried to put together monologues or something like that him and Drinker do. You got to be pretty talented to be able to do that, to put together, formulate your thoughts and put that down, pen to paper, and then turn it into some sort of video. It's pretty hard to do, man. And but at the end of the day, people are going to come out and they're going to be hating on, because at the end of the day, Gary in particular is laying things out pretty much as clear as day when it comes to these things. So, but at least he's not being called a Nazi like you are, Lunduke.
Yeah. What are you going to do?
Except he is.
You win some, you lose some. Sometimes you get called a Nazi. You just move on from these sort of things.
What's the biggest hate campaign you've seen since you started talking about this?
Against me personally?
Yeah.
So for me, they organize it. There's a couple of message forums and Mastodon and whatnot. They organize campaigns, and the biggest round I ever had was back when I used to have advertisers on my shows, which I don't do anymore for very clear reasons. And one of the advertisers, a campaign was formed against them to bombard their support lines with phone calls, emails, and everything for days and days and days on end, where it was just crazy people screaming about how I'm an evil Jew at the advertiser. And this company, God bless them, they stood by me. They're like, Lunduke, we know these people are crazy. We like you, but we'd like to be able to use our phones again sometime soon, because we do have other customers. Literally, they were getting hundreds and thousands of calls every day, just screaming about Lunduke with profanities and dirty Jew, Nazi, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And so they stood by me until it petered off. But they're like, is there some way you can make them stop? I'm like, no, if I say anything, they'll just do it twice as much. So I don't know what to do here, but I felt terrible for those guys, man. They were nice and stood by me, but man,
Craig,
they went off.
Thank you, Phoenix. Lunduke, question for you.
You may ask.
Isn't being called a Nazi and, in your words, a dirty Jew?
Yeah.
Aren't those two polar opposite things?
You'd think. But among a certain particular group, apparently they go hand in hand. What are you gonna do? I don't really know how to exactly explain their craziness, but these are the words that they like to say, and they like to swear a lot in the process. I agree. It doesn't make a whole heck of a lot of sense, but what are you gonna do?
Do you think that it was just one person calling over and over and over again with a voice changer?
Oh no, we got law enforcement involved with some of them, and we know that there was a huge number of people that organized. There was 2 message forums filled with people. Like they were, yeah. This was what they did. This was their life for a couple of days.
Wow. Yeah, that's
everyone's got to have a hobby, Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully my mic has improved. Once again. I see like Larry in the chat says Craig is always faint low volume on his mic. Everybody
you sound good now to me. I mean,
all right. I don't know.
Sound like sweet butter, man.
Hey, thanks.
Barry White in a bathtub full of butter. It's
thanks,
delicious.
Lunduke. Bitch. Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Wow. Nice. All right. Anyways, let's go and move on. Blabs wanted to hit this story, and I think this is important to hit on, right? We've talked about the slippery slope that's been going on in society over here, and it only takes one asshole to ruin it for everybody, and there's been a lot of assholes, let's be very frank, when it comes to this. We saw this issue happen in Australia over the weekend, Blabs, as this actually could tie into a story we had a little bit ago. Police found over 100 secretly recorded videos of women taken inside public bathrooms. This guy told police that the reason why I was in the toilet, the female toilets, because he, quote, wasn't sure about his gender. And then the court let him off without a conviction. This is him leaving the proceedings, and him being so proud of himself he had to cover his face.
He secretly filmed women inside toilets and showers, but Barefoot Cow doesn't appreciate the camera being pointed at him.
Mr. Cow, why did you upskirt women?
The Melbourne University biomedicine student, originally from Vietnam, walking from court on a community corrections order.
Mr. Cow, do you still plan on becoming a doctor? Mr. Cow, do you plan on apologising to your victim?
Oh, I hope he's not a gynecologist.
Oh, no. Oh, that did be the worst.
Oh, boy.
He's found over 100 secretly recorded videos and images of innocent women on the 23-year-old's phone, taken inside public bathrooms at Docklands District Shopping Centre and at his student accommodation in the city. But despite his guilty pleas, the court let him off without a conviction. Explaining his actions, he told police he was in the female toilets because he wasn't sure about his gender.
Are you still unsure of your gender?
The court today heard one of his traumatised victims remains anxious and, unsurprisingly, hypervigilant. The incident impacting her ability to use public restrooms.
In her sentencing, the magistrate said Mr. Cow has no family here and considers him to be isolated in the community. She also said the 23-year-old's youth needed to be taken into account.
As for whether
he's a fucking adult. 23 years old.
This just sounds like he should be like... So it sounds like he's in Australia on a student visa because he's a student, he's in college, he's got no family there, and they say he's originally from Vietnam. So ship his ass back there, completely... deport his ass. And honestly, kick him out of the school also, too, and, put on his record that this is what he did in case he goes and applies to any other college and be like, no thanks, we don't want this problem because it's a huge liability for the college, too.
I have a question. I am not understanding. So, let's say, he's confused about his orientation, whatever. Okay. How does that excuse taking pictures of people in the bathroom?
Because it's Australia.
Yeah, I was wondering the same thing. I was like, okay, so if I'm a dude who knows for sure that I'm a lady, then I can do upskirt pics. Then that's totally fine. That's allowed at that point. like what? No. That still doesn't work.
Yeah. Well, let's just say, Phoenix, you know you're a man, and you go into the bathroom, you start taking pictures of everybody's dicks because you're a man.
Which I do. Those are Wednesdays, and that's the problem. They haven't caught me yet, but I imagine that's against the law.
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. If it's
not in
illegal
Australia,
or not in
baby.
Australia. It seems to be it's not legal in
So
Australia.
you can have security cams in a bathroom?
Yeah, you have a little didgeridoo, put a little dingo strip on the Barbie in there, and you're good to go. You can kind of do whatever you want.
I don't think it's legal, to be completely honest with you. At least
No,
then
of
again,
course it can't be.
But listen, they've done really stupid shit before, so what do I know?
Well, Super Sane Wizard in the chat says, note, and I cannot confirm this, says this is the third time being charged for this. He has at least 250 victims. This is from Sane Wizard, and we need to confirm that. Blab, see if you can find that for sure. But yeah, that's insane. This is absolutely insane, and this is all under the. I saw somebody say, "Why is this a story? You're right? Why is this a story? Why is this guy getting off 3 times?
Literally.
Yeah, literally,
correct.
exactly.
He's got 3 criminal histories: October 2024, another one that doesn't have a date, and then another one February 2026. So yeah, 3 offenses.
This is peak clown world. I don't like. We've had people, and this is a legit question. We've had a lot of Australian viewers over the years, and we're not like, our time slot isn't exactly conducive to Australian viewership, right? Because we're on in the middle of the night over there. But we have had a lot of people who stay up late with us. Persian Air, I think of him, and they watch our show. Could they legitimately get in trouble for watching our show in Australia? I don't know.
Probably not, because it would have to be censored or whatever first, right? Over there, be like, you can't watch this, it's banned. So I would assume no, they can't get in trouble just for watching.
Let's see how this finishes here.
Still studying medicine, Melbourne University says confidentiality and privacy obligations prevent us from confirming any details relating to past or present students. Since no conviction was recorded, he may yet be eligible to become a doctor in Victoria.
That's
Georgia
fucking
Murphy,
disgusting.
7 News.
That is disgusting.
This guy, for all we know, could have been. So it says that he was doing stuff in university. So depending on how old you are at the university, you could be 17. That could be a minor, and that could be PDF, and that could be to the wood chipper. I'm just saying.
Yeah, to the wood chipper. Yeah.
Well, I think we all understand. We all understand that this guy is a freak, and he's literally just hiding behind the guise of gender. You know, I don't know what my gender is over here. But what a joke.
He was confused.
It's disgusting.
He's just confused.
It's a confusing. I mean, come on. We've all been 23 and walking around and thinking, I don't even know if I'm a guy or not. I'm going to go into this other bathroom. I really need to take pictures of a lot of people's skirts just to maybe check and figure out what kind of gender. I mean, it's part of being 23. It's your average, normal 23-year-old thing, right?
Do you know what this reminds me of? Have you ever seen that episode of Family Guy where Peter Griffin's retired and he just walks into the women's bathroom and goes underneath the stalls and he goes, whoopsie, I'm retarded. Whoopsie, I'm retarded. And the last lady's like, oh, well, what do you want to know about that down there? And she starts explaining everything to him. Like, this is what I think of. Like, we're in clown world. Oh, well.
100% we're in clown world. Amala, I don't know how to say this person's last name, but I know she has a show.
Oh, yeah, she's great.
Yeah. Weird. I heard this was a non-issue. Turns out predatory men will use gender ideology as an excuse to abuse women in their spaces. Shocking.
Shocking.
Amazing.
Who could have seen that coming?
This is crazy. And this is right. This is literally a get-out-of-free jail card for sexual predator men when it comes to Australia. That is, at a certain point, and I know that I'm asking too much here. At a certain point, somebody in Australia has got to go like, do we not... Like, no. Are we just gonna like do anything about this? Or?
No, they're not, because people are terrified of socially looking like a miserable person, so they won't. That's why I kind of secretly hope this just amplifies. I hope everyone starts doing it and just keep putting pressure and pressure and pressure on them, and let's just see how long this can go before anyone says anything. And the answer is they won't. They're terrified to be called a bigot. They're absolutely terrified to their core of that.
I just would like to put this out there in the world. I don't mind being called a bigot. It's okay. If anyone would like to call Lunduke a bigot, okay, it's cool. We're good.
Go ahead.
Just to be clear.
The word bigot has the spellings B-I-G, which is just big, and I never get called that, so put me in too, Chief.
Oh, look at that. That was fun wordplay.
Thank you.
I think those words have lost all meaning. Like those who... I've just stopped giving a fuck when it comes to that. Bigot, racist, Nazi, like fuck off. Like it goes back to the I've seen what you cheer for, type of thing. So if that's what you cheer for, count me out. If you cheer for 23-year-old fuckfaces going into women's bathrooms and doing upskirt pics, I got no time for you. If you think that's inclusive, get the fuck out of here. I have no interest in that nonsense. So, what an ass! I guess that's the best way to close it. What an asshole! And who's the bigger asshole? This fuckface or all of Australia?
All of Australia is the correct answer.
Yeah, I'm with you. And it's at a certain point, all those Australians, they got to stand up. Someone's got to say something.
Not at a certain point. At minute 1, they should have said something.
Well, yes.
That's what the problem is, yeah.
You're right. You're 100% right. And they're all sitting around going, well, it sucks down here, mate. Well, fucking do something about it.
Well, that's just one case out of a million. Okay, great. Enjoy the fire that's coming.
Yeah. We got this from Jennifer Say. Says, he told police he was in the female toilets because he, quote, wasn't sure about his gender. Huh? He filmed 150 women in the bathroom. Who cares how he identifies? I think in Phoenix, you nailed this right here. Claiming a female identity apparently excuses criminal acts. Just it's absolutely amazing.
You could just murder someone like, I'm confused if I'm a boy or a girl. Okay.
Very confusing,
Time to go on
guys.
vacation now.
Didn't really understand what was happening.
Again, he was 23. It's a very confusing time to be whatever gender he ended up being.
What a bullshit response. You got to think about his age. 23 years old? Are you kidding me? At 23 years old, you probably should have your shit figured out. And I'm sorry you're in a different country. You chose that decision. These are no accountability at all. It's fucking amazing. Wow.
We're not much better. I mean, I got to tell you, we're not doing that much better.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. All right, Joey came in and says, as much as I love the Switch, I got to go with the PlayStation 4 because of the quality of the exclusives. Oh, wow. It's a hot take right there as the Switch really, that's what it was sold, was exclusives right there. Thank you so much, Joey. Boss Snake Master says, for Switch, this because of Mario Maker 2, the same reason I got value for the Wii U. Also, Lunduke, please talk about the CIA.
Only if they ask nicely.
I'm sure we'll get to that conversation in just a minute after we get through this Brazil talk. Rebound says they understand, but pretend not to. Commie 101. Dr. T.S. King says the left has been proven to be unable to model the mind of someone on the right. The right has been able to do this since the 80s. Gary is a simple man and makes a simple but effective argument. 10 for the Switch. Simple Gunner says, hey, Lunduke, I'm a locals lifetimer, been using Windows since 98, I think, and instead of going to 11 from 10, I switched to Linux. I'm now on 15 months of using Linux daily.
Way to go, man.
Thanks. Retromeister for 2 says, Australia has truly fallen. Pray for them. Noted. Zorak came in with some Bitcoin over on Rumble Wallet. Love to see that. $20.10. Says, hail to the king. Put this on the Switch. Right there. There we are. Nice. Thank you so much. Retromeister says, shippers, tourists, and activists have ruined Star Wars, Doctor Who, Marvel, DC, Mortal Kombat, even popular animes and mangas like My Hero Academia. As a wise man once said, evil can't create, only steal. Thank you, Retromeister. And Jared says, from the words of Blink 182, nobody likes you when you're 23 for the PlayStation 4. All right. There we go. Phoenix, let's get a quick update before we go into this Brazilian story. Where are we at right now with our battle between the Switch and PlayStation 4?
$130.10 for the Nintendo Switch and $38 for the PlayStation 4.
All right. Looking like it's a little bit of a reach here for the PlayStation 4. Not everybody's favorite. Thank you very much for that, Phoenix. All right, let's go and move on to our next story. This is from Lunduke. There's this great website called Lunduke.com. You guys ever heard of this
best friggin' website since GeoCities shut down, man. Lunduke.com is tight.
Pretty killer right there.
One picture, no friggin' JavaScript, no dynamically loading garbage and little gray boxes that move around and fill in. It's just a bunch of friggin' hrefs in one picture. It's delightful.
I love how passionate you are about it.
Yeah, I'm pretty determined about my website being as simple as possible.
That's pretty great.
Look at
right
that.
there.
That's the entire thing in one screenshot. No scrolling.
All right, let's go to this from Lunduke Journal over on X. Talking about Brazil laws. So tell us more about this. What's going on with this?
All right, so everyone's probably seen that there's a bunch of age verification laws going on. There's a whole bunch of them, and they're coming at it from a million different perspectives. There's Texas and Louisiana laws specifically targeting age verification for websites. But there's also another crop of laws that is specifically targeting age verifications of operating systems, so at varying degrees. So there's laws in Illinois, New York, Colorado, California, and the nation of Brazil, all of which require some level of age verification along with additional features that have to be added in for all accounts on all operating systems, desktop, mobile, server, even the operating system in your smart crock pot and fridge have to have some level of age verification in them. The first one that has taken effect is the law in Brazil. It's also 15.211. It was signed into law last summer. It had a 6-month leeway on it. And as of March 17th, which is about 12 hours from now, the Brazilian government has stated that they reserve the right to begin processing violations for them. And that will happen in theory tomorrow morning. But here's the thing. Almost no company that is falling under the purview of this law has actually complied with the law. So now the big question is Brazil going to follow through with the fines? The fines for which are $9.5 million US per violation. And per violation is described as per person that uses the operating system without having their age verified. So if you've got, do the math, only 10 users of your operating system in Brazil, that's roughly $95 million for having 10 installations. You can do the math if you're like, let's say, I don't know, Windows, and you have maybe a couple more than say 10 installations. But of course, then Brazil is notorious for being kind of wishy-washy, weebly on their laws, right? They enforce some, they don't enforce others. There's a supplementary law related to the Brazilian law that basically leaves it up to the president to determine when and how to actually enforce it. And there's just a whole bunch of unknowns. And to make it kind of more interesting, the Brazilian government back in January published a list of 37 corporations that they're specifically, quote, monitoring for compliance with the law. And that included the obvious ones like Google, Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, and Valve is on there. Epic Games is on there. All the standard, normal run-of-the-mill people who have app stores or operating systems. But Canonical is also on there, the makers of Ubuntu Linux, as well as IBM, who owns Red Hat, which is Fedora Linux. So Linux is also on the radar for the nation of Brazil for doing age verification for all accounts on all local accounts on operating systems. Again, that kicks off tomorrow. The next law that really hits after that is the one in California, which takes full effect this coming January. And then, of course, we've got Colorado, New York, and Illinois, which have not passed, but are looking like they're smooth sailing to passage as well. And again, all of these require your operating system to know your date of birth, to provide an API for telling all applications how old you are and all that sort of thing. It's crazy. It's absolutely wild. And what's really nutty to me is I started covering this story about 2.5 weeks ago. When I started covering it, I thought, oh man, I am so late to covering this story. Like there's been so many things. I just haven't been able to get to this story, but it's so critically important. And I thought, you know what? I have to at least cover it, even though I'm months late in covering it. No one else had really covered it. When I started covering it about 2.5 weeks ago, I thought I was wicked late and it lit a firestorm. It turned out most of these corporations and open source projects were completely unaware of any of these laws until I covered it. So what's really nutty here is I started covering a law in Colorado and California. The California law had already passed. The Colorado law was had passed the Senate and was heading towards the House. When I covered that, at that point, the makers of Ubuntu Linux, Fedora Linux, all the major commercial Linux makers were completely unaware of these laws. They actually went on record stating that they had no idea these laws were passed or passing. At that point, they made an official statement that they were going to look into and figure out how to comply with these laws, which might take effect January 1st of 2027. At that point, I had not yet covered the Brazil law, and the Brazil law takes effect tomorrow. At that point, none of the lawyers for Red Hat, Canonical, any of these companies had thought, let's look and see what other laws might be hitting and biting us in the butt. So then I covered the Brazil law, and now they're scrambling to figure out a response to all this because they weren't aware of that one either. So we now learned a whole lot from this. And to start with, all these major companies are taking their legal advice from the Lunduke Journal. So that's fun. Yeah. Anyway, so that's the long and short of it. We really don't know what's going to happen with Brazil. We'll find out tomorrow.
Can we play this out real quick? Just because I'm curious.
I need to take a drink.
Yeah. You said a lot there. Get a nice little swig of your fully sugared Dr. Pepper there. Okay. Let's just say any of these companies, brands, whatever, let's just say they don't. They're like, hey, Brazil, California, Colorado, fuck off, right? Yeah. I'm not paying your imaginary fines, right? That you just want to whip up out of nowhere with your imaginary rules that you just whip up out of nowhere, right? I'm not paying this stuff. What's the worst that could happen?
They go out of business. So here's the problem.
The companies go out of business.
So, yes.
Why?
So because most of these companies have significant legal presences in the jurisdictions where these laws exist. So, for example, the Brazil law. Technically, if a company has no presence in the country of Brazil, okay, what's Brazil going to do? If I'm an American company and I don't even have Brazilian customers, what the hell do I care if Brazil says I have to do something in their country? I'll just be like, okay, never mind. I'm just going to ignore you. Problem is, Microsoft, Apple, Valve, they all do a huge amount of business in the country of Brazil. And even the small players like Canonical, who runs Ubuntu, they have actual presence, physical presence in Brazil. They have Brazilian employees. They're registered as Brazilian companies. They have Brazilian bank accounts. And so in theory, they can minimize, these companies can minimize the total potential damages by limiting how much resources they have in a particular jurisdiction. But if they have resources and employees and bank accounts in Brazil, Brazil can go after all of those. Brazil can seize those. Brazil can garnish those and levy those and put liens on those. They can do all those things in those countries. And for some of these companies like IBM, Red Hat, SUSE, and a whole bunch of other ones, their presence in the country of Brazil is not, two guys and a tin can. We're talking about, tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars sitting in bank accounts, escrow accounts, office spaces, etc., in those nations, not even mentioning the fact that they have a huge customer bases where they consider Brazil almost to be an entire region where they generate, tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars in yearly revenue. They can't afford to lose Brazil. Now, it gets a little bit trickier when we start talking about the California law. Right. So the California law is in place. How many of these companies want to continue having their business presence in the state of California? In fact, if you look through the list of all the various operating system makers and app store makers and game store makers, about half of them are headquartered in California.
Right.
That's where they have their businesses, their banks, and the bulk of their employees. So it's very, very easy. Now, the fines for California are much less insane than Brazil. Instead of $9.5 million, it's $7,500 per violation. However, again, if you have, let's say, 1 million users, 1 million times 7,500, yeah, you're going out of business. Like, doesn't matter which company. If you're Apple, you're going out of business, right? The amount of money you're going to lose here is going to be absolutely astronomical. You know, we're not just talking about like a couple million here. We're talking about many, many, many billions of dollars. Now, of course, that's determined on whether or not the government of California actually will choose to go after them. I mean, that's a whole nother unknown, right? Is how will they choose to levy this? But the laws are there just the same. So we really don't know. We've seen smaller projects take a stand and say, we will not comply with this. There's been a few open source operating systems that have said, we just simply won't make ourselves available to California and Colorado and New York and Brazil and whatnot. But the big players don't have that choice, right? They don't really have that option. And so we're just really waiting and seeing how exactly they're going to work with it. Now, one Linux maker, System 76, has decided to fight this in the state of Colorado. They make the Linux distribution Pop OS, and they sell Linux laptops and desktops and whatnot. And kudos to them for taking it on and saying we're going to fight it. And they literally had their CEO go down to the state capitol there in Colorado and meet with the lawmakers who were actually sponsoring this bill. The problem is the approach that System 76 has decided to take is to suggest an open source exclusion, basically make an exemption for open source software, Linux distributions and the like. Which I spoke with the lawyer for 4chan. All
right.
The story gets fun. So the lawyer that represents 4chan, guys, 4chan has been attacked by the UK government and all that sort of thing. A lawyer named Preston Byrne, fantastic attorney. I spoke with him about it, and he's like, yeah, this just makes it more unconstitutional. This actually makes it worse if they make an exemption for open source software. It already is a First Amendment violation. This just makes it like a triple First Amendment violation. And so realistically, an open source exemption is not going to happen for this sort of thing. It's just out of the question. That's where we're at right now. And there are more laws coming down the pipe. A whole lot more laws of varying degrees. The New York law is potentially the most insidious as it applies to anything with an internet connection. So crockpot. It would have to have age verification, and not little age verification. They determine it as commercially viable age verification. So if there's a company out there that does for-profit age and ID verification, if New York says you have to do it, you have to do it on your crock.
Wow, what a mess!
Yeah, and it's probably going to pass because it's controlled all the way. It's the parties that are proposing these laws are the ones that own the Senate, House, and governorship of these particular states.
So what you're saying is everyone should go and buy a crock pot now. Because
just not an internet connected crock pot.
Well, why do they even have an internet connected crock pot? What are we doing here? Are we playing like Angry Birds at the same time? Like, what are we doing?
I mean, that's a thing. You can get internet connected crock pots, smart crock pots. That's a real thing. But yeah, like your fridge, the fridge with the screens on them, those will have to do age verification according to the laws. Now, the governments could choose to not enforce that, but we don't know what they're going to enforce or not at this point. Right, the laws are intentionally left vague so that they can be applied however those in charge want them to be applied. Everyone depressed now?
Nailed it right there.
Yeah, it's good stuff. It's good stuff. So those are all coming right now. We'll keep watching them, but yeah. So about 12 hours, the Brazil one takes effect, and Brazil might do nothing. They might just realize that this was stupid and just not enforce any of it, or they might go whole hog and enforce everything. We really have no idea.
Wow. What a mess, huh? What a mess. I guess that's really all you can say about that. What a fucking
pisser.
mess.
Get your crock pot early.
Get all your crock pots now, kids. There we are.
Holy heavens.
All right. Let's go and move on to our next story here in just a minute. Thank you, Lunduke, for that.
You're welcome.
You're bringing us all down.
You
Making us
deserve 2 sips of your Dr. Pepper.
Thank the gods.
thank the gods indeed.
That spicy cherry flavor you all know and love.
God, I love it. There's only one thing better than that. And that's Lunduke.com, one of the greatest websites I've ever seen in my life. Let's go. All right, let's go ahead and move on. But before we do, friends, guess what? I got to tell you, today's episode is in fact sponsored by our friends at Rumble Wallet. Let's freaking go. Listen, you guys know we've been talking about this for months at this point. And if you haven't downloaded the Rumble Wallet app yet, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're doing. You got to be doing this right now. You got to go to the App Store. You got to go to the Android store. You got to download your Rumble Wallet app, right? Look, it's your money. You have your money. You put in the bank. They go, no. We don't like that you're watching side scrollers. No, we don't like that you said this on social media. You can't have your money. We've seen this happen. What are you doing? Hey, reclaim your money. You can use it on Rumble Wallet. You can use it to support various creators. You can use it to buy crypto. You can buy Bitcoin. And guess what? Buy it now on the dip. You can go in and get it while it's going to pop back up. And guess what? It's like an investment. How cool is that? So look, if you haven't yet, you can download the Rumble Wallet app. You can use the QR code on your screen if you're watching it. If you're watching on Rumble, if you're watching over on YouTube, we'll put a link down in the description for you guys to check it out. Or you just, once again, go to the App Store. Look, it's your money. You should be able to use it. I fully endorse Rumble Wallet and what they have going on over there. I think it's a great product. And it's been very cool to see. We've already seen support come in today. Look, at the end of the day, it's about control. You control your money, not the other way around. So true ownership, true protection, true financial freedom. Download the Rumble Wallet app right now on your iOS or Android device. Thanks so much for supporting us. Once again, they support us, so please support them. All right, let's go and move on to our next story over here. And while I get that pulled up, Blas, we read some of these wonderful super chats.
Yes, shall. Okay, Epsilon Zama for $9.99 says, guys, I just found that Meta is the one funding all of this age verification in the OS level by using dark money to fund the Digital Childhood Alliance. Look it up. Also, Switch, obviously. That's $9.99 for Switch.
Okay, I need to clarify a few things on that one. Yes, Meta is absolutely and has been funding a significant amount of lobbying that has gone towards the age verification. They are a player in the story. However, they are a small player in the story. So this all started because an anonymous person who I've been in contact with put together a set of documents, published it to Reddit and GitHub, outlining all the places that Meta has been putting their lobbying dollars. It's a great document. It is like 99% accurate. There was a few little errors in it, but nothing huge. It is real. However, it is very important to note that Google and Apple and a whole bunch of other corporations have also put in a tremendous amount of money on this, as well as an organization called the Chamber for Progress. And the Chamber for Progress is a large big tech conglomerate where major big tech corporations put money in to specifically push progressive leaning specific laws throughout the United States. And it's important to note that Meta is not a part of Chamber for Progress. However, companies like Apple and Google and even Roblox are part of the Chamber for Progress. And there's a lot more going on there. So the person that posted the thing about Meta was absolutely right. It was just, that's 5% of the story. Everyone saw that and started sharing it like the wind. It was all across X, but people all across X just simply didn't know that that was only a tiny fraction of the story.
Yeah, so here's Professor Plague Bat for 5 saying Meta has been a huge source of the push behind age verification.
About 5%. Like literally, it's a very small percentage. Yes, they have been pushing it, but it's been a small amount compared. Not a defense of Meta. They've been pushing it, but the other companies don't let them off the hook for it. It's almost a distraction compared to anything else.
Dan for Canadian 20 says, man, I love the PS4. It is a great system. It's powerful enough to play on certain games. But god damn, I'm going to vote the Switch. It's a great handheld for me to travel. I do use it a lot. Thanks, Dan Evil Robot. Commenter fan for 10 says, please get Tom Morosky from the Switched to Linux YouTube channel, as he's been covering the age verification laws on this show for over a year. But no, he has a Christian take on it as a religious author. All right, well, thank you for your recommendation. The Retromaster for 10 says all these policies or laws to push digital IDs, either it's about protecting certain groups of people or children, is all about justifying or accepting the WEF's Great Reset agenda in the end. Thank you very much. The Lord Slosh for 10 says, here's a fun fact. Why does Dr. Pepper come in a bottle? Because his wife is dead. Switch. Why does Dr. Pepper come in a bottle? Because his wife is dead. I don't get it.
Just keep going there,
Why
Bless.
does
You'll
Dr.
get
Pepper
it.
come in a bottle? Is this like a sex joke?
When one
Like
is
coming?
excited, towards the end of that,
Okay. Yeah, it was a sex
and
joke.
you'd go in
Got
a
it.
bottle.
Okay. Dance with the Devil for 10 says, I personally hate age verification, but it's unavoidable and will eventually be worldwide in the next year or so. Internet is so interlaced with the real world at this point. My vote is for the Switch. Thank you. What's
I love
so
all these
funny?
really, really deep and like critically important legal
then
discussions.
PS4.
And I like the PS4.
Mr. Azalea for 10 says, love the PS4, but you can't be playing games in your bed. Switch, baby!
Yeah, I'm with him on that.
Thank you. MacLeod for 5 says, is Lunduke going to take up the torch of Terry Davis?
You know, being homeless in my car, screaming about CIA Jew. I'm not allowed to say the next word, am I? The N-I double gut word.
No,
I'm
not
not
today.
allowed to
You
say that.
did that
Yeah.
plenty the other time. Thank
Yeah.
you.
No, I don't think. I think I'm gonna let just Terry have that one. Yeah, that was his thing.
Mr. for 5 says, PS4 also questioned, I want to try my hand at voice acting while not being I think he means indoctrinated mental midget. Do you think sane people can make it? Yeah, there's a couple in there already in voice acting who are actually normal or like vote for Trump, and they're not public about it. That's all. So you can try too. Go for it. Dan is a member for 29 months. Thank you very much, Dan. A serious man, member for 4 months, says, I gave up on Nintendo after the Wii. Wasn't a fan of motion controls or the casual gamer focus. Also got tired of the kiddie game. $0 for the PlayStation 4.
Dang.
Don't forget to put a 0 in there, Phoenix. I'll watch it. I'll see it. Soul Sliver says, Blabs, you can play Skyrim on the fridge, so Skyrim on the crockpot is inevitable, but needing age verification on a crockpot is not on my bingo card. So what you're saying is Skyrim is inevitable. We'll all
I'm
be
sure.
there.
I'm sure Tom Howard will come out with Skyrim Crockpot Edition at some point down
That'd
the
be
line.
cool.
Yeah.
You can make potions and stuff. Anyway, Enrique for 5 says, Ludwig is rumored to be the Zuck lobbying for this crap so that he can sell your actual data. Anyway.
Okay.
Power Keg Greg or Geg for 10 says, Happy Monday Side Scrolls gang. This is for the PlayStation 4. I still have PT on it. It's the Glacier White Destiny one. Also, Phoenix is my birthday twin. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday, Geg. Yay! Everyone
Happy
wish that
birthday,
Geg.
Greg.
No, it's Geg. Happy birthday. I hope
Geg.
you have a great day, Geg.
right.
Rod became a member for 17 months, and then finishing up with Soul Server for 5 says, also put this on my previous 5 shitty Canadian super chat to Switch since I never have PlayStation 4, so that's 10 for Switch.
All right, Phoenix, let's get an update real quick before we move on to our next story. And this is going to be a trending story that we have here. Fire away.
Here we go. It's $200.09 for the Switch and $53 for the PlayStation 4. Here's what I'm going to say. I feel like we need to get those numbers up for the PlayStation 4. So what I'm going to do is, I can see some numbers on the board. I will take out all 3 of my PlayStation 4s and bring them on this very show. I think that's worth it. Wow.
Wow,
Big
look
time.
at that.
Yeah.
Impressive. Thank you very much for that, Phoenix. All right, we'll see what
welcome.
happens with the
Doing the Lord's
with this
work.
battle. Yes, we are now in the 7th inning, I would say, of this matchup here. It's not quite bottom of the 9th for the PlayStation 4, but we'll see how this goes. All right, this is trending right now. Geoff Kaplan, he is the former head of Overwatch over at Blizzard, and he had a stream that he did where he was talking about, gaming today over here. Have you guys seen the clip of him talking about all this?
No.
It's trending. Let's see if you agree with his thoughts on when it comes to just gamers today and how they should just shut up and consume.
I never understand being hostile about it or being rude about it, but I understand being upset and I understand voicing your opinion. But like, if a game comes out and you don't want to play it and you've never played it, shut the fuck up. No one cares.
Ouch.
Like, we don't need to hear that you weren't into it. Like, what is with this? Oh my god, I'm so upset they decided to make this game that I have no interest in. Like, I'm not running to the internet every time there's like a TV show on. Well, I'm not watching any TV shows either, but like,
Of course.
like, who cares about my opinion if I'm not going to play it? And if I've never played it, like, why does my opinion matter on that? I'll tell you what it does. Like, as a game developer who's been in charge of...
All right, let's go stop there real quick, and then we'll come back to what it does. Y'all's thoughts on that? Shut up, consume. You don't need to have an opinion about it. You're not going to play it. What are you talking about?
I love that he makes a point of having an opinion about other people having an opinion and how other people shouldn't have an opinion, and he has an opinion on that.
Yeah.
That's fun.
That's pretty much it. That's like the perfect way of saying it.
Why do I care about what Geoff Kaplan thinks? He's never going to watch our show. He's never going to say anything. He's never going to whatever, right? The idea of, listen, you need to just look, give it a go. If you can't talk about it unless you play it. Oh, fuck you. How about you give us a product that we want to play or we want to talk about positively? There have been plenty. I think the thing that people like Kaplan and people who are critical of people like Vera or Smash or us or whoever, right? Anybody who looks at the way things are right now with any sort of critical eye instead of just constantly consuming is that at the end of the day, people like Vera, like Smash, like us, pick anybody, we actually want to see gaming succeed probably more than just the generic people slopping up all the yum-yums, right? That are just sitting there consuming. Gaming is important to us. It has been important to our lives. And to see now that WWE 2K26 has a fucking battle pass on it where you have to unlock all of the things that you previously got for free, that's a step back. And you know what? You should have an opinion about that. You absolutely should be able to have an opinion about that stuff. So the idea that like, well, how about you just, give the games a try instead, or you were never going to try it anyways. Well, maybe I was going to try the game, but it looked like dog shit, so I'm not anymore. Like first impressions are the most important impression. Like if you come out with a trailer that looks like dog shit, like Marathon, well, people are naturally going to be turned off. It is what it is. They had their chance.
So if I go to a movie theater and I see a trailer that doesn't speak to me, I kind of think is dog shit. I just have to remain silent. I should have
you're
no
not
opinion
allowed
on
to
this.
say anything about it. Yeah.
Just completely quiet, and I can't even voice like, hey, here's a reason why this trailer isn't working for me. Hey, they seem to be making a lot of these kind of movies, and I really wish we would say nothing.
No.
Just Yep, that's it. I have to spend money to see the thing that I know that I'm not interested in to then go, yep, still not interested in this.
Well, let's just.
My guess is he'd still be grumpy about you talking about it, even if you bought it and then badmouthed it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's really what it's all about. Is he doesn't want people criticizing. He's just saying, "Don't stop criticizing me. It hurts my feelings. Please don't criticize me." Like,
Well,
okay.
Let's see actually if he cares, because I think that's like we all care if he cares, right? As from a game developer perspective, does he care?
Matter on that. I'll tell you what it does. Like as a game developer who's been in charge of teams, who has the ability to like do something about it, I just fucking ignore you. That's all you've accomplished is like, I guess I'm not like gonna listen to you anymore because you're so off the deep end that it's not even worth listening to you at that point. So
Yeah.
I want to make a game called Geoff Kaplan is a Raging Togaff, and he can't have an opinion until he plays it. He has to play the full game, and then he can give his little review of my game. I would like that to happen.
I think we can make that happen. I think that'd be important, and it's just a bunch of people pointing and laughing at him, right? So his logic is, if you haven't played it, you can't have an opinion on it,
Right?
Right?
Yeah.
And What's the big push that we continuously have seen over and over and over again? Probably the biggest piece of propaganda we've seen about specifically the gaming space in the last 20 years about video games. It's the demographic that 50% of women are gamers, right? That's the one thing we've heard over and over again. But here's the thing. Women aren't, and there's a consistent push here. We just saw this 2 weeks ago with this study, the study that came out. Oh my gosh, look, there's a percentage of women out there that would love to play the game. Well, they don't play the games. Why would you listen to them, Geoff? Right? Why are you trying to get the women involved if they don't want to play the game, right? They want to get the women involved, so naturally they're going to listen to the people that aren't buying their product. That's the whole idea. So the narrative is split between what Geoff is saying and what the ESRB is saying, and all these studies are saying about this. Geoff is saying, no, I'm not going to listen to people who don't play my game, right? To hopefully buy them and to bring them in. Whereas these studies are saying, no, you should listen to them. So we're getting really mixed messages when it comes to the video game industry here. And this goes back to like this toxic positivity mindset that we talk about all the time. We've seen this. We saw this with Highguard. Highguard was released and people were like, everyone internally thought this game was going to be a huge success. Everyone thought it was going to be the next game changer over here, right? And this person over here on X says this right. He says, stuff like this is why we have toxic positivity problem in the gaming industry. Yes, it's actually totally fine to tell devs you don't want yet another live service hero shooter with a diverse cast of fucking ugly characters. No, I don't have to play this, and if I don't want to, right? It's such a simple idea when it comes to this. We have another actual former Bungie dev who has chimed into this with a quote tweet here, who worked at Bungie. And so he said, as a former Bungie dev and a current indie dev, let me explain how it actually is. You have every right to hate any game and complain about any company for any reason. And if you want to hate Halo, cool. If you want to hate my indie game, go right ahead. I can take it. These are what we call, Geoff, big boy pants from Niles Sankey over here, right? Criticism, it's a thing.
Plus, I mean, come on. If people aren't criticizing you, if people aren't harping on you, you're nothing. I mean, if you haven't made it until you have people who are angry that you made it. And so realistically, with this guy coming out there and saying this, just kind of tells me that he doesn't really want to be successful. Like if he's out there saying, okay, nobody be not fans of mine. Well, then has he never really been in this space? Has he never really had something that made a big enough hit to where he makes enemies? I mean, once you do that, you have enemies. That's just how it is. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter if you're a politician, a writer, a movie maker, or a game maker. It's the same way, and it's fine. It's just part of life.
I think ethically he would have an argument if you were saying something like, I don't believe that you should review a game or any medium if you've not, played it. Like that, you have a decent argument. I mean, granted, you should be able to do whatever the hell you want, but that would make more sense. But to have criticism for it is absolutely retarded. I actually hate this person very much.
It's pretty retarded. Yeah. I'm on board.
I hate this person. Well, we do have a few more things here. I'm actually very excited to show you, including a trailer for a new video game I saw, which ties directly into the story here. But Blabs, here's the meme here. Dude is just saying anything at this point to advertise the upcoming flop of a game. You're not fooling anyone. Here it is, Blabs. You hooked up to the Matrix over here, Harry Potter movies and porn, wine, heroin, auto masturbator over here, just hooked up there, Let people enjoy things over here.
Well, in this case, it would be you have to try it in order to say it's weird. You would have to inject yourself with the heroin in order to actually comment on anything, apparently, according to Mr. Kaplan.
That's right.
Weird.
Well, I'll tell you this. We do have this does tie into the story here. I wanted to share with you one more thing. Actually, a brand new game that is coming out. It's a new hero shooter, battle royale hybrid, and it has jetpacks, grappling.
Is it called like
movement.
Low Guard or something?
No. Let's check this out really quick. Let's actually. Let's see what's going on.
What the hell is that? Warning. What the hell was that?
Wow.
It's called Time Takers. You can find it on Steam right now. You can request access. Oh, this is the coolest intro I've ever seen, bro. I love this so much.
Now, guys, I want you to reserve judgment on this game as you haven't played it yet.
Is that a chimpanzee?
It is.
Absolutely, it's a chimp. But you are not allowed to have any opinions about this, Phoenix, as you're watching this gameplay here.
I was going to say it looks innovative and new.
Oh, shut
very,
up.
very excited.
Do not have any opinion on this as we watch this, okay?
Orange.
Like they're introducing every single team and then sending them in.
Yeah, it's not innovative at all. What's he talking about? We've seen
Oh, baby!
And survive.
All right, here we go. Let's get this. Let's get this first.
Oh my god.
We must hit the crossplay, battle, words, lethal bullet. This damage when hitting an enemy with a weapon. Yes, I like that one. Okay, we got upgrade. I love this game, bro. Oh. I got him.
Doubled.
What the? No. I died, bro.
All right, so there you go. Look,
He is really pushing that. He is really
How much
going
was
hard
he
on
getting
love
paid
for that.
I don't know, but you look, at the end of the day, this is, I think this is the right way. Whether you like it or not, you're not allowed to have an opinion on this because I haven't played it. Please refrain from speaking about your impressions of gameplay, showing either positively or negatively until you play it right there. I think this nails it right here. I actually think it looks kind of fun personally. It's got dinosaurs and jetpacks and all sorts of things. But
Phoenix.
There was that cool part where you moved your mouse and you tapped on the thing to fire at it, and then you ran around in circles for another 45 minutes doing the exact same thing. It looks actually pretty cool.
Phoenix, I know you're always looking for innovation in your video games.
And I find them every time in that genre.
That's right. That's right. When it comes to, but I thought it looked pretty fun. You know, the characters look pretty fun. You play as a chimp, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But you know, hey, who am I to have any sort of thoughts? I haven't played it yet. Who the hell cares, right? Right? Who knows?
No, it's a stupid. That was a really. Is he getting? Hopefully, he's getting blasted for this. We can't be the only ones, right?
Right. He's definitely. This has gone viral for that exact reason, talking about toxic positivity and everything associated with it, right there. So. There we go, Geoff. Good luck with your game over here. But there is another. It was really funny because there was another snippet of him talking about how, like, well, look, you know, we can release a 2-minute trailer and people will make their decisions on it. It's like, well, yeah, that's what a trailer is supposed to do. You're supposed to decide whether you are interested in the game or not, right? But in it, he's playing this game, and I don't know if it's his game, but it's an upcoming. He's playing this game where he's just mining things. And all you see is like it's like 1840s California or something, and he's just mining rocks, and it looks like Minecraft, just incredibly slow. And he's breaking, and every sequence takes like 45 seconds, and it's just constantly. And I'm watching this, being like, this is the most fucking boring gameplay I've ever seen in my life. But once again, who am I? Who am I to say? I haven't played the game. I don't know, you know, but.
I like the idea of coal miner simulator, where it's just like as realistic as possible. It's very dark. Everything's dirty. You break off chunks really slowly. It's really, really hard work. And there's like a meter as you just get thirstier and more tired and more oxygen deprived. And like, oh, you just wish you could get to bed and you take a shower. And that's the whole game, but like in VR. And it takes like
it exists. It's called Cave Digger 1 and 2, by the way.
Is that a thing?
A real thing.
That's not a real thing, is it?
It's real.
Awesome.
Oh, that's good. That's good. Oh, I love it. All right, Blabs, why don't we get a couple supers real fast while I pull up the next story, please?
Yep, and no, that one came out wrong. Okay, so this one says 120, but it's not. It's $10. My keyboard just spazzed. Leaflet has a promotional link for Time Takers, and she seems to enjoy it. Also, I haven't played my PlayStation 4 in years, but still my Switch to this day, so put towards the Switch. So it's 10 for the Switch. Sorry about that. All right, Straka for Hire for 10 says, I'm going Switch because Blitch as Rockstar refuses to remake Manhunt. Thank you. Dirt is king, and I'm not saying otherwise. For 10 says, I played Dragon Age Veilguard. You do not need to play it to know it sucks. We are animals that have pattern recognition, and some patterns are visible from orbit. More for the Switch. Thank you very much. Oh, hang on, we get to play Lunduke Frolicking. Let me just go and grab him real fast. Where did he go? I moved him for 2 seconds. There he is.
Man, that's handsome. He's a nice shirt.
I like that penguin.
You know what's crazy? You guys got the shoes pretty much right. Mostly what I wear is gray Skechers slip-ins because bending over at this age is hard, and so I wear old man kind of shoes. Just in case you were wondering, that outfit is about spot on.
Hang on. I know I can play something for that. Where's the gunk?
That was a good story. I actually very much liked it. Thanks, Lunduke. Thanks so much
What?
for that great
Welcome.
story.
Sneakers?
That was way better than Blabs's.
What?
Your
I didn't give
stories.
any stories today.
No,
anyway,
I'm just saying. He didn't deserve the gong.
I kind of did. Game Master for
That's
50
perfect.
says, that's mean. Side scroller's difficult choice since I barely played the PlayStation 4, but Nintendo Switch had some cool and very odd moments. 25 for both. Unfortunately, you cannot do that.
That's not
That
how
seems
it
like that's a
works.
Switch.
That sounds like a Switch to
That's
me.
a definite Switch.
Jimmy, you let us know.
Yeah, guy, we can't split the supers, guys.
It's not
Sorry.
how it works. That's not how it works.
Commoner Fan for 10 says, for Lunduke, what do you think we can do now to fight back against the 3D printer and age verification laws? And do you have any Linux tools for locking down an OS for a kid a parent can use?
The whole parental like controls for Linux is non-existent. Like there are some, but none of them work. They're all kludgy. It's a terrible experience. I'd love to tell you otherwise. It sucks really. Parental control sucks on Windows and Mac too, but on Linux it sucks a million times more. It's just pointless and awful, and don't even try. As for how to fight back against like the 3D printing outlaws where you can't make guns on 3D printers, there's multiple laws in California and Washington where they can brick your 3D printer if they suspect you printed parts for a gun on it. Just by suspecting it, they can literally remote disable it. Those laws are scheduled to pass sometime this year. And how to fight it? Don't vote for Democrats. I hate to give you
For any reason, really.
I'm not a Republican or anything, but don't vote for Democrats. Just saying, it's all of these laws are being sponsored and pushed by the Democratic Party. It's not I got to vote one way. No, that's what it is. And so that's the only thing to stop it, because the laws themselves are not popular. You and me don't like it. So no amount of calling into our legislator is going to get them to stop it. The only thing to stop it is to get them out of power. And until they're out of power, there's nothing you can do about it. That's it. I mean, it's either that or fight it in the courts if you got a lot of money.
Professor Plaguebot for 5 says, appreciate the correction. No one should get blackpilled about this. Don't give in and submit. Put my money on Switch. That's 5 for Switch. Lord Slosh for 5 says, I don't have to eat dog crap to know that it tastes bad. Sit down, Geoff. And a serious man for 2 says, women play social, mobile, Nintendo games. PS4. So that's 2 for the PS4. And I have not seen anything from Game Master, so I don't know. Yeah.
Sounds good.
That should go to Switch at the end of the day.
Shut up, Phoenix. Cheesy for 5. Just kidding. I only own the even number PlayStations. I bought PlayStation 4 with only 2 games. I'm waiting for the release of PlayStation 6. Is the Switch worth buying?
Yes.
Which one? 1 or 2? I'm guessing it means 1.
The Switch is worth buying. Yes, it's super fun. All right, let's go move on. Look, we don't talk about the Oscars on this show. It's not really our bag. All right, I have never cared to talk about the Oscars ever. It's a bunch of celebrities jerking each other off. We've all seen this, right? But didn't really plan on talking about it today. But there is always fun things to talk about from it. This, unfortunately, is not. And look, I think Geoff Keighley is extremely vanilla. I think he's the safe choice when it comes to video game coverage. Now, look, he has also done some great things. He invested his own money into creating the Game Awards. He had vision, and he has done it, and it's 10 years strong. Good for him. Not really our thing. But bringing it back to the Oscars, we saw this tweet right here from Geoff Keighley saying, so incredibly disappointed and heartbroken that the Oscars chose not to include my father, David Keighley, and his immeasurable contributions to IMAX and cinema in the in memorandum segment
Memoriam.
of memoriam. Sorry, memorandum. I don't know segment of the broadcast. Sometimes I skip ahead like 3 words. I will never forget. I will never forget. Right here. That's a pretty bold statement right there from Geoff Keighley. Right there.
You're gonna go like John Wick on them? What does that mean?
Well, it's funny.
I want that to happen now.
Geoff Keighley just, he turns into John Wick, just busting cap
Well, I
cap
guess
on the
I'm
Oscars.
back.
Jeff Keighley is the terroristic threat that the Oscars apparently were seeing. Let's back up actually to this segment here from the Game Awards. Let's see if anybody remembers this.
Here we're starting this. Look, the Oscars should.
Uh-oh.
The Oscars should.
We'll never know.
No.
Yeah.
What should the Oscars do? The Oscars should fuck right
End.
off. That's pretty much what he says here. The Oscars should fuck off.
After 100
Here
years,
we're
just end
starting
it.
this. Look, the Oscars should fuck themselves up. This is the shit. I'm telling you, this is the real shit. What is this? This is the interactive gaming. Look, I'm just saying this.
This is
Let
the
me
split
just-
fiction guy I was
sorry, I'm
talking about a
thinking
while
now.
ago, by the
Let
way.
me just
Yeah.
give me a minute. I want to take your time. Look. Okay, can you swear here? Can you swear? Okay. Fuck the Oscars, you know? Fuck the Oscars.
Okay, so I'm pretty sure that Jeff's response to that was like, oh God, I don't know how I feel about that. But now he is turned into John Wick over here, which is great. I love that idea. Now, he was not featured on the show, his father, but he is on the website right here. David Keighley, executive from film. I do feel bad for Geoff because obviously for me, and I've always said this, Geoff can build as much as he wants, regardless of where he got the money from. He can build whatever he wants. But family is the most important thing, always. And to see your father kind of slighted, or at least in his thought process slighted, sucks, because he feels like his dad did some great things. And, I may not be an IMAX guy personally, but it's definitely played a very big contribution.
Yeah.
Right here. So, yeah, it's, tough to see over here for Geoff. And, hey, man, like I said, I'm not exactly BFFs with Geoff, but, he is an acquaintance. And, I want to see people happy, and it sucks to see him sad about this. And I'm interested to see what he does from here, when it comes to this. And if he will add his own memorial segment to the Game Awards next year. And
that would be awesome.
What's
that would be awesome to have that in the Game Awards. Yeah, to have an in memoriam segment.
Yeah. All the people who have passed in the gaming industry. Phoenix, you were saying?
I was going to ask, do we know if that was like, do we know if he was at least played in like the technical Oscars, the other Oscar show?
I don't know, but I know that Geoff will never forget. Okay. When it comes to this, that's the one. Whether he was played or not, down to that one. This one clearly was the most important one to Geoff. So there's that. Some other people who were not included in the in memoriam section include James Vanderbeek and was this Mr. McSteamy? Is it, or is this McDreamy here? Blabs.
McDreamy.
It's McDreamy, I think.
Oh no, McSteamy. I don't remember.
Well,
Dreamy was.
No. That
it's
Derek
McSteamy.
is McDreamy. So this is McSteamy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So neither of them were put in the video package, which kind of sucks, and people were pissed off about that. It's Hollywood stuff.
Yeah, they always miss people, though, to be fair. Like, they're shit at that. I've noticed that. What was it? They missed, and when some of the big Star Wars actors died, like actor Kenny, what's his name? Kenny Baker for R2-D2?
Kenny Baker.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, they missed him for the Oscars years and years ago. The original Darth Vader, David Prowse, who was, the stand-in, basically, not James Earl Jones. I think they missed him, too. So it's things like that where it's like, we surprised, you know.
Well, you know what they also missed at the Oscars? The trash can.
That's awesome.
This is what the theater looked like after people left, which really points out the idea. Yeah.
It means they're just as shitty as everybody else.
That was my first big job. In my senior year of high school was working at a movie theater, cleaning up after people. I remember I was there during the release of Independence Day. And it got so chaotic and so packed at one point that a family couldn't find seating together. So they went out to the lobby, drug in a bench and a potted plant, and made themselves a living room in the back of the theater so they could all sit together. There was trash everywhere. Someone threw up on a seat. It looked cleaner than what you just showed there from the Oscars. So the people who are making the movies are more pigs than the average Joe blokes who went to Independence Day.
Yeah, somebody picks up after all these elites, which is amazing, right? Because they're the ones always screaming and crying about, let's be green, let's save the environment, read climate change, and look at the mess that they made. They didn't bother putting any of their stuff away because they knew someone would do it for them.
Yeah, the people beneath them, which is great. That's what's so great about them.
What if a little baby turtle wandered in there and started choking on some of that? They would be killing baby turtles.
DiCaprio, you killed a turtle.
Bastards.
It's a great point. Great point. And listen, I think that maybe next time at the Oscars, we just release a bunch of baby turtles into the Oscars theater afterwards and see how many of them die. Thanks, Hollywood.
Yeah, I love that idea.
Unbelievable. Just anyway, so there's your Hollywood, your Oscars segment. Blabs, I want to hold on to this Rebel Wilson thing for tomorrow because I think this is a bigger segment for sure. On a quick side note, did you see this quick story? We'll talk more about this tomorrow. Did you see this, Lunduke? This story about Rebel Wilson?
No.
Their PR team is plotting to smear a movie producer as a sex trafficker. Like, yeah, it's pretty fucked up. Pretty fucked up over there.
Welcome to the biz. The worst humans on earth.
Disgusting. Well, we'll get to that story
You
tomorrow.
gotta see the start at the very bottom.
What am I looking at? What are we looking at?
Aforementioned.
Wow.
With $500. Says, hello, panel. Just like Phoenix, today is my birthday, too. 3/16, Stone Cold Day. That's right, it's Stone Cold Day.
Sorry, Lunduke.
Look at how red he gets. I love it. He said, stay young forever. This goes to the Switch. I mean, come on, Nintendo. Let's go. Aforementioned. You know what? We're gonna make a rule. We're gonna do this. Aforementioned. I need to find another color for you. I'll put a big old 500 on it. That's ridiculous.
And we have Blabs dance. Just remember that too.
Yeah, let's do a little Blabs dancing right here for aforementioned right here. Unbelievable. Wow. Unbelievable.
All right, but you, Lunduke, no boobs.
Yeah, that was fine. You can do that.
Thank you.
Aforementioned. Thank you again for that extreme generosity. Happy birthday. I believe we also have a happy birthday wish in the background from Dan Bask. Yeah, I believe we do. No, not to you, Phoenix.
I believe we do.
Happy, much happy.
Where's the wink?
Birthday for you.
There it is. All right. Thanks, Phoenix. Appreciate that. And thanks, Dan Bask, just hanging out in Phoenix's background for whatever reason. Really awkward. Crazy. Aforementioned, thank you again for the extreme generosity. Also generous, GME says 50s for the Switch then, just because of the Mega Man Net Battle Collection and Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. Wow.
So that's 100 then.
Yes, 100 total right there.
Look how happy that penguin looked.
He was just running along. So such a happy little penguin.
Going for a jag.
Phoenix is an ass kicking today.
Unless we get a Shamsa here.
Yeah. This is an absolute ass kicking. Let's see
here
what
we go. $885.09, and not even the price of one fucking game to play on the PlayStation 4 for $60 for the PlayStation 4. Wow. Heavens. Wow. Well,
this may be the biggest blowout we've seen by far. You guys really hate the PlayStation. Holy shit. Man. You really hated the PlayStation 4. Man.
Take that, Sony.
Except for varying Redbeard, who said for 10 for the PlayStation 4 says, oh, never mind. He's going for the PlayStation 4 out there. He says switches for the kids. Get fucked, Nintendo. Get fucked. That's right.
That'll do it.
Rod says, Geoff saying he will never forget is the consequences of his action when he has ignored great games for a check. A true fuck around, find out moment. Oh, I hadn't really thought about that. Thanks. There's more Mexican pesos for the PlayStation 4 right there.
How much is that?
Labs will get it.
Let me look.
Thank you. We also have John Conji says people say don't judge a book by its cover, but that's why they put covers on them in the first place. Thank you, John. And we saw this from Cheesy says, oh yeah, we did see that one earlier from Cheesy right there. Thank you, Rod, for the 50 Mexican pesos. Before we move on to our next.
2082, by the way.
Let's go. All right, let's go ahead and move on here to talk about this nonsense.
Thank you.
If there's one thing that we have seen consistently from Twitch, it's not that it's a great platform, it's that it's a master of hypocrisy. Amazing hypocrisy. Did you see the latest bullshit that came out of Hassan Piker's mouth?
No, I did not.
15 years out from Iraq, eat my balls. Do you even have your balls remaining, or did a fucking IED explode them for you, dumbass? Shut the fuck up talking about Islam. You are an infinitely bigger terrorist than any random Muslim ever could be, dumbass.
Fuck off.
Shut your bitch ass up. Go enjoy your fucking PTSD, asshole. Fuck you. Imagine having the audacity to fucking be like, yeah, I went to Iraq, and it's actually Islam that's the biggest danger. You're the danger, idiot. You're a danger to your family. And a danger to yourself, douchebag. Law, that's getting clipped, Lamont. I don't give a fuck, dude.
All right, so it is. It does get clipped.
Holy heavens.
And the big reason why that's been clipped is because that is a direct violation of Twitch's terms of service. As military are listed as a protected class on Twitch, right? There are all sorts of protected classes, which I think is the stupidest fucking thing in the world.
Really fucking stupid, yeah.
But you have the rules. You better play by them. Hey, Lunduke, will you ask if Hassan's been banned on Twitch yet?
Hey, Greg, has Hassan been banned on Twitch yet?
No, he has not. He has not been banned on Twitch yet for this. Would you like to see some other irony here? This courtesy of Asmongold's stream in response to this. Because this was pretty funny here. Because there's a user who went out and actually wanted to see if he said the exact same thing as Hassan, if he would get banned on Twitch.
Spoiler, he got banned. I haven't seen this yet. I'm just assuming.
It's not just that he got banned. It's how quickly he got banned. Let's see how this happened.
You get a 7-day ban if you quote Hassan Piker on Twitch. What? Create a Twitch account. Copy paste. Word for word. What he said.
Balls remaining, or did a fucking IED explode them for you, dumbass? Shut the fuck up talking about Islam.
Report the chat message. Hateful conduct.
Now, obviously, this is if your chat is reported. Okay?
Sure, yeah.
Encouraging hateful behavior. Tell us.
You are an infinitely bigger terrorist than any random Muslim ever could be, dumbass. Shut your bitch ass up. Go enjoy your fucking PTSD, asshole. Fuck you. Imagine having the audacity to fucking be like, yeah, I went to Iraq, and it's actually Islam that's the biggest danger. You're the danger, idiot. You're a
Now comes the fun part. We have a timer up.
Oh, that's great.
How long do you think
That's how you do it.
How long do you think it'll take? What's that, Labs?
I think 30 seconds.
I'm going 17 seconds.
Okay, Phoenix?
20.
Danger to your family.
No way you're speedrunning.
Okay.
And a danger to yourself, douchebag.
Okay, I believe you.
Speedrun ban time?
Law, that's getting clipped, Lamont. I don't give a fuck, dude. Shut the fuck up.
Okay, I believe you.
Shut up, I'll give a fuck!
You go to Iraq and you learn that lesson, you realize that was wrong.
Oh, shut up, mate.
You come back from Iraq and you fucking talk about how this is actually awesome and I fucking hate Islam. Then fuck you didn't learn anything. You're goddamn cattle. Nope. You're sending other people like you to be in a similar fucking predicament to yourself. Whatever, bitch.
The snore's from the video, by the way. Sorry.
I was wondering, I'm like, is it Lunduke? Does he need a Dr. Pepper?
No. We'll go and fast forward just a little bit right here.
A nationally prominent.
He's the guy. You're the guy, man. You're the guy. You knew it. Nobody else knew it. You knew it.
Anytime you leave the house and the audio levels are like even a little bit tweaked, people lose their minds and don't want to watch. If I'm not doing full-blown news coverage, people lose their minds and don't want to watch. If I'm doing IRL, some people don't like that. Some people don't like guests on it.
You are temporarily suspended from streaming for 7 days.
It's fast.
Wow.
90 seconds.
Damn.
You think that somebody went in and manually reported that, or like actually read that? You think that's what happened, or you think that's
I'm sure it's a bot? Yeah, I think it's probably a bot.
Right.
Yeah.
Just
and
like
if you're
happens
not on
on
the
X
list,
and everywhere else. Yeah.
If you're not on the list of like top creators, or whatever, it probably just instantly throws you out, and then.
I guess the bigger question is, do we actually see a day? Like,
no.
Okay, yeah, I think you're right. No, there will be no day
I go
where
yes.
Hassan Piker gets banned.
Oh,
you don't think there's
no, that's not going to happen.
0% chance, huh?
No, the big accounts like this don't get banned. Just by and large, at this point, they're bringing in enough money. Whether it's Twitch or X or even YouTube, they're not getting banned. If they're profitable enough, they're staying on. I mean, shoot, even on X, man, there are accounts that literally call for specific people to be murdered. They don't get banned. Not at all. Small accounts, sure. Small accounts can be like, I feel critical about Islam today, banned instantly. But no, the big accounts, no, they stay forever.
You gotta, like, there has to be some sort of rise up within the military side of things in particular, like whether it's military organizations or something, go and be like, by the way, this is Amazon, right? Yeah. Twitch is owned by Amazon here. So at a certain point, somebody involving, in one of these organizations regarding, service vets, they got to stand up and be like, yo, dude, Twitch, what the fuck? And they got to make a statement about this. Well,
it doesn't matter if they do or not.
Because the right side doesn't do literally anything. They don't do anything.
I mean, Phoenix ain't wrong about that. I mean, as a general rule of thumb, no. But even if they did, I mean, let's play a game it out. Hypothetical. A bunch of vet organizations make a big stand, throw a big giant parade outside of Amazon headquarters. It'll be gone the next day, and internally, they don't care. I mean, that's speaking as someone, I used to work at Amazon, I mean, a long time ago, but I mean, the corporate culture there, I mean, they are passionately anti anyone who would try and get Hassan Piker tossed off the air. I mean, they don't like you. So therefore, they're going to ignore what you say. In fact, if a bunch of veterans' rights organizations threw a hissy fit about it, internally, they would celebrate that at Amazon. Most of the, maybe not from a corporate official standpoint, but all of the mid-level managers and the random people that are there, they'd be like, yeah, stick it to them, man. Well, we must be doing something right if we made those Nazi fascists mad. And they just keep doing what they're doing. It's political for them. It's a religion.
The Nazi fascists to allow them to have their insane opinions.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. That's good.
Yeah. Those ones. Those particular Nazi fascists. The one that overthrow Hitler and all that sort of thing. Those evil Nazi fascists. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Yep. Well, that's just another example. There it is. Twitch, the giant hypocrites that they are. Yeah.
I don't. This is a slight tangent. I just don't understand Hassan's audience. I don't understand them. Like he hates. Clearly, he hates the country, or at least his grift says he hates the country. Yeah. So he hates it. So it's like if let's say every day I go on stream and I drink beverage X and I keep drinking and I go, boy, I sure hate this drink. And then I keep drinking it. I buy more and I keep drinking. And I go, oh, we're out. I'm going to get more crates of this. And I keep going. At what point is the fucking audience going, dude, I think you kind of like the drink because you keep drinking it. What are you doing? Like, I don't understand. Like, how long does it take for you to process that this is bullshit? He's living here. If you hate it, go. You can still comment on it, but you don't have to live here and comment on it. Go away. He doesn't, because he loves it here, and he loves capitalism, and he's enjoying all the benefits that it gives him from the fucking idiots that are watching him.
Right.
Yep.
What a God! It's I don't even understand how this can be. It's so frustrating. It is. It's so frustrating to see the rules for thee and not for me aspect of it. It's
and what really drives me nuts, it probably shouldn't, but it does, is all of the people, the Hassan Pikers and the bunch of weirdos and the groypers on X and whatnot. They, at the same time, in the same breath, will talk about how, everyone's keeping them down. Everyone's censoring them. They can't speak out against things because, you can't speak out against X and Y and Z, and I'm just being silenced. Yet they're the only ones not getting silenced. They're just people like Hassan Piker just sitting there, able to just carte blanche say whatever the frig he wants, and in the same breath claim censorship and oppression. Help, I'm being oppressed. It's annoying as all get out.
Agreed. Logical Spectre for 5 says the problem with modern AAA game devs in Hollywood is the same. Their paychecks are signed by investors during production, and when we reject the end product, we jeopardize that arrangement continuing. I game exclusively on Linux, but constrain pity pennies for PlayStation 4. That's 5 for the PlayStation 4. Thank you very much.
That's going to help. We're getting there. We're climbing the ladder, boys.
SSPQR says, not very halal of Hassan to be the pig in the quote, some pigs are more equal than others.
Oh, jeez.
All right.
Delightful. Love it.
Hey, we have one more segment before we wrap today, but I want to let you know we have another little bit of frolicking from DB Wild, and I have been hesitant to play this here today. So we're only going to play this once, and this is for you, Lunduke.
Am I supposed to keep my eyes open for this one?
Yes.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, that's just delightful.
Thank you, DB Wild, for that.
I'm assuming I'm not supposed to read the quote that it was saying.
No. It'd be a bad idea if you did. But
with the double gutter in it. Yep. Gotcha.
Yes. All right, let's go move on. Let's finish up strong as it's time to celebrate a little bit of video game history today. Blobs, you ready?
I was born ready.
Goddamn right.
Today in gaming history with Blabs.
Olive Garden can suck my tits.
All right, Blabs.
Hi, so March 16th, everybody. Target Earth was released in 1999. You have EverQuest, also released in 1999. And then God of War I was released in 2010 today. Ta-da!
That's a good list.
Wait
All
till
right.
Oh, fuck me.
Wait, what'd you say?
Like fucking Color a Dinosaur is probably on the list tomorrow. The deep cut.
Jeez, now, before we get to what you missed today, Blabs, I would like to remind everybody, coming up on Thursday, we do have our VTuber Chaos event live, happening 7 p.m. Central, 8 Eastern, where we get all of our VTuber friends together, some of our VTuber friends together, for a little bit of Lost Castle 2. That'll be exclusively over on Side Scrollers Plus, and we invite you to join us for free using promo code FREE. Over at Side Scrollers Plus. So thank you guys very much for your support. And once again, check out VTuber Chaos, Lost Castle 2 on Thursday. All right, some noticeable games that you missed today, Blabs, include Harvest Moon, A Wonderful Life for the GameCube here. The X-Files
It's a Wonderful
game.
Life is a movie, by the way.
That's
heard
right,
of that.
Blabs. It sure is. Unreal Tournament 2004, released 22 years ago.
Nice.
Pretty big.
That
By
was
the way,
that was huge. Yeah.
That was huge, yeah.
Hey, for Linux, right there. That's right.
It
Check
was,
it out.
yeah.
Dynasty Warriors for the PlayStation.
Linux,
PlayStation
comma,
Portable.
PC.
That's right. Linux got first billing right there. MX versus ATV Unleashed for the PlayStation 2. Bit Trip Beat for the Wii right there. Command & Conquer 4. Tiberian Twilight.
It's not as good as 1, 2, or 3.
No, it's not.
Thank you, Labs. God of War 3. You
I
got
put that on
one.
the list and I said I.
I know. Metro 2033. Let's see. Tunic. Yeah, Tunic was released 4 years ago, 2022 for everything at the time right there. And Blabs, this is like your weekends. Grind Survivors.
What?
Releasing today. It's built around your life.
I prefer Starship Troopers Ultimate Bug War.
Oh, okay.
That's more of my life in the summer. Too many bugs.
There we go. All right, nice.
Yeah, I think you did good.
That's right. Remember that tomorrow.
Let us know, guys. Let us know what you think of what Blab scored today on a scale of S to F. S tier to F tier. Please let us know. I see a couple B's in the chat already, which is nice. All right. Well, listen, we all know how today has gone. And in our intense battle of today's greatest console ever tournament, this is a mighty blowout. Phoenix, please.
Mighty blow.
Yeah, please give us a final tally. As we didn't put the 5 minutes up.
We don't need to. We can if you'd like. We can if you'd like. Would you like to?
Just put it at 5 seconds.
All right, let's go.
It's taking more than 5 seconds to do that.
I think it's working now, right? Hold up.
It's okay.
There, it's working.
No, it's the banners covering it. There
It's
you go.
working. It's okay when we cut to here.
Oh, there we go.
When
Time's
cut
up.
to
Go
here.
ahead, go ahead. There,
You can put the banner back up. There you go. So it is $885.09 for the Switch. And where the fuck are the Sony ponies? $77.82. Wow,
They're
for the
asleep.
PlayStation 4.
It's
Apparently.
too early for them to be awake right now.
Yeah, well, wow.
Or
Okay.
maybe they're like sucking like Reforge's dick or something right now. I don't know.
Oh my! Well,
Jeez Louise, Blabs, just relax.
Should I call it? Can we call it?
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to allow our victory speech, and once the victory speech is done, that is when we'll call it. And to give today's victory speech, winner currently for the next 2 minutes is the Nintendo Switch. And to say our acceptance speech today will be Blabs.
I like the Switch.
It also has Lego games.
Yeah, I've got them in subs. I've got Harry Potter on here, and Lego Jurassic World, and the other ones are actually on my Xbox. But it actually just sits there and it holds my Switch right now, actually, because I don't use it. Gong.
Ding.
Y'all regretting that Switch take, everybody?
I'll say this. You know what's funny about Blabs is as soon as you put the spotlight on her, she starts talking like a 5-year-old.
A 5-year-old, yeah.
And I got this, and I got
And
that.
then this happened?
I got the Lego Star Wars, and then I got also. Well, great job, Blabs.
Thank you.
I think it's safe to say the winner truly is the Nintendo Switch today. Congratulations, Nintendo Switch. You are advancing in our greatest console ever tournament. Listen, I know you have a lot to say about that, Lunduke. Do you have any closing thoughts on today's matchup?
I'm just sitting here dumbfounded by your amazing business acumen. Like, you created a system where people are paying you guys to vote for their favorite video game consoles, and I'm not even mad. That's just genius.
You're totally wrong. We are creating a system to vote on the greatest console ever. Not just their favorite, but the best one in history.
Hey, all I'm saying is I'm going back home tonight, and I'm thinking there needs to be like a Lunduke best Linux distribution ever, and I'll be like,
Is
all right,
Windows
everyone.
better than Linux? Yes or no?
Yeah,
There you go.
pay me for each vote. Oh man, you guys, my horizons have been opened by you
What
today.
you're saying is you want to go home and rethink your life.
The whole gosh darn thing. Forget this journalism garbage.
Okay.
I'm going with this going forward.
Let's just say this. Tomorrow's matchup could get extremely ugly. And I'm going to tell you one of the two that are going to be competing tomorrow. Your thoughts on that, Phoenix? Should I do it?
Oh, you absolutely should give one of them, yes.
One of the two competitors tomorrow was released September 9th, 1999.
Oh, yeah.
I'm talking about the Sega Dreamcast.
Yeah. Oh, there is a group out there that is.
Oh, yes, there is.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes. So the Sega Dreamcast taking on one console tomorrow. We'll see what happens. It could get ugly. We'll see.
Fairchild, Channel F. Yep.
All right. Yep. Hey, Lunduke, I heard you have a great website.
Yeah, I've heard about that too. I put a lot of effort into it. It's all vibe coded. Just go to Lunduke.com. It's fantastic. Lots and lots of features. For example, if you close Lunduke.com, the next time you go to it, it will remember the state it was in when you closed it. It doesn't matter what device you're on. You don't even have to be logged in. This is free. It is groundbreaking technology. No other major website does this, where you don't even need a user account to remember the state. Absolutely amazing.
Spectacular. This is a trend-setting website.
Pretty friggin' great.
Unbelievable. Wow.
It's the best.
All right. Well, if you guys want to go to Lunduke.com and learn and see it for yourself, by all means.
I'm going there right now.
You should. And you know what? If you refresh it again, it'll be the exact same, which is great.
Make my hit counter. I really got to put a hit counter, like an old style one at the bottom. Do they still have those? Like, are there hit counters I can just embed? See, the problem is I don't want to add actual functionality to the site, but I do want a hit counter. So I've got one of those two wolves scenarios going on in me right now.
No, I guarantee you can get a hit counter. I think that'd be very important.
I want an old style hit counter. Yeah, I need to look into that.
But maybe put some GeoCity like fireworks in the background or something.
Yeah. I really do need the guy digging under construction thing.
Yes.
At the bottom there
Hell yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
all right.
I got work to do.
I love it. Get on it. All right. Once again, coming up on Thursday, we have our VTuber Chaos event. Thursday, March 19th. It's going to be exclusively over on Side Scrollers Plus. Please join us. Open up a new tab right now. Do it before you forget. You'll get notified at sidescrollersplus.com. Use promo code FREE. Get a free month. You can watch the VTuber Chaos event and get in early. You can watch it for free. It'll be a good time. Love for you guys to support us over there. Great place to do it. All right, time to roll out.
No, Cheesy for 2 says, I wish I had someone to give me. Oh, anyway, thanks. And then Daniel for 2 says, Tucker the 1999. Darn, the Genesis had legs. Thanks, guys.
Damn, that's crazy. All right, time to roll out now for real. We'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time when we are joined by...
Oh, Rev and Straub. I forgot that was my cue.
Ooh, that's right. Rev and Straub. That's going to be a good show. I always love to have them on. With that said, we'll see you guys tomorrow at 11 a.m. Central Time. And get outside, touch some grass. And in the meantime, remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. See you guys tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Save the crock pots. Fatality.